Day 1082. I'm going to bed. It's Sunday night. Had an incredible day today. Since Friday, I've been like messed up. Just angry, upset, frustrated, disappointed, angry at people. Felt betrayed, felt abandoned, all these things. I just came to church today pretty broken and was just like, Lord, please help me. And we did the first two services, and they were good, but I was just like not in it. And we're doing our revival tonight, which was at 6, so we stayed at church the whole day. And I just sat at the top of the bleachers in the back, just sitting, like praying, like, and I'm praying in between, like there's this big break between the last service and when we start the revival at night. And I'm just praying. I'm like, God, please send someone up here to just help me. And I prayed that, and then maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, one of my good friends and like spiritual fathers like came up and sat with me. He just started talking, and he's talking. He's like, you're not saying anything. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm listening for what God is saying to me through you. And he's just kept talking, and then just revealed so much. And I'm in tears. He's in tears. And he was like, it's crazy, Chris. I looked up here and God said, go talk to him. And I was like, that's crazy, because I was just praying like, God, send someone up here to talk to me. I thought it was going to be my pastor, but it wasn't. It was him. And it was just amazing, because he doesn't come to church a lot anymore, to our church. But he's like the one person that I really saw with bold faith, and he's inspired me, and he's helped me so much in my walk with God. And, he used to be in the services, and we'd go to the very front, we'd dance and worship in the front together. And he's just like, I just respect him so much. And so I realized a lot of things when I was praying. God said, don't expect people to be holy until they're standing in heaven. And I was like, phew. And then he said, love them all the way to heaven, fight for them all the way to heaven. And I was like, wow, because I have these expectations of people that they're going to be good and loving and all these things, and then they're not. And then I get super disappointed and hurt. And God's like, don't expect them to be holy until they're standing in heaven. And I was like, wow. So letting go of those expectations. And my friend taught me, like, you're going to plant, you're a planter for some and you're a waterer for others, but God's the only one that's going to make them grow. And you're going to have to be okay to let people go. There's people where you're going to come in and it's a season of planting. Some people it's a season of watering, but you don't have to hold on. And that was really powerful and helpful. And just realizing that I've got to get I have to give my heart to God, not to people. I have to give my heart to God first and then give it to people. Once I give my heart to God first and then I give it to people, there's a protection around it. So I can love people fully and powerfully without expecting anything back. So I can't get that same kind of heartbreak and disappointment. So that was powerful. So then me and my mom went and got dinner, and I apologized to her because her and I got in a big fight on Friday night, first time in 9 months. And it was not good. We both kind of fell back to who we used to be. And I apologized to her, and that was powerful. And then we go in for the service, and they messaged me like, hey, will you host? And I was like, sure. So then they turned on the cameras, and we went live, and I had the microphone, and I hosted. And I was like, all right, thank you, God. I was in a great mood after getting all that cleared out. It's amazing how heavy darkness is, how heavy anger is, and resentment, and all these things. And then I just sat at the top of the bleacher, just relaxing, just watching everyone. Like, everyone was just dancing and having such a good time. And I was just watching, from afar, just relaxing. I was tired. And one of the songs came on, who my friend, my like spiritual dad, he used to dance in the front with me. And that was like our jam. And it came on at the very end for the second time. And he looked at me and I looked at him. I pointed to him and I ran down there, and it was me and my mom and other warriors of God and him. And we were jumping around, like dancing to the song. And then we started like a train, and we were like a train of like 20 or 25 people dancing around. The pastors were like blown away, like, what's going on? I've never seen that before in church at all. And it was just so much fun. And it was just the best way to end the day. And so it was amazing. And then drove my mom home, and then came home and put together the first day for our morning calls tomorrow for our new sermon series, which is called The Yoke is Broke. And it talks all about Galatians 5:1, which says, "It is for freedom that Christ set us free. Therefore stand firm and do not return back to a yoke of slavery." So I was studying that today at church, and it's crazy powerful. So I'll be teaching that tomorrow. So yeah, good stuff.